This episode is sponsored by the hair Spittle. Still gluing your wigs? Girl, it's 2025. You got things to do, and glue isn't one of them. Introducing the Glueless wig that works with your life. No mess, no stress, just press, go, and slay. Flawless in seconds, secure all day. Whether you're working out, or winding down, your crown stays flawless. Your style, your schedule, your confidence, Glueless. Freedom looks good on you. Shop now at ar.jolie on Instagram and at thehairspittle.com. You are now tuned into the Let's Talk podcast, where we talk less but do more. Today we have a very, very special guest.
Hi. Hey, y'all.
Okay. Now your name on your profile is Darian.
Yes. So my name is Darian.
But it's another name, say like Dara Lynn.
So my name is Darian Lynn.
Okay.
That's my middle name. So this is from like the beginning of Instagram. It's just been Dara Lynn since I don't know. Back then we weren't that creative when coming up with Instagram names, but it's just my first and middle name.
I was so confused. I'm like,
people
wait a minute.
Call me that all the time. They
Dara
think
Lynn?
that's my real name.
Because I'm like, okay, Darian. It says Darian Cook. I'm like, this has to be her name.
Yeah.
But then when I click on it, it says Dara Lynn. I'm like, oh my God.
This is Darian Lynn.
So you started your business in 2015 and you're on Vogue. You're in Vogue, Essence, all of those things. I'm like, oh my God, I have a famous person.
Nah, I'm nowhere near famous. I ain't nobody. No, yeah, we've been in British Vogue 3 times, and we were in US Vogue 1 time. Randomly during COVID, I got cool with the actress Tika Sumpter, the one that's like on Sonic and
y'all
like
favor each other.
But that's how we ended up getting cool. So people kept tagging me with her, saying that I look like her. And one day she just responded like, I hope that's not a bad thing. And I was like, she talking to me?
Right.
So I just wrote her like a DM, like, I would love to send you some of my candles, you know. And she was like, okay, here, talk to my, I think it was her publicist. She said, reach out to this person, get the address. And I sent it to her, and then I didn't hear anything after that. And like a month later, she sent me a DM on Twitter, and she was like, did you see the Vogue article? And I was like,
oh my God.
What Vogue article?
You thought you didn't hear nothing.
Yeah, I didn't know anything. So she was like, I wrote about you in Vogue. And I was like, what? So she wrote like a whole thing for Vogue. It was like a write-up about the things that are keeping her sane through quarantine.
I think I seen that. I seen that.
And she put my candles on there as something that was keeping her sane through quarantine.
Oh, that's so nice.
It was really sweet.
With being in those magazines, did you get like more like notoriety?
I did.
More traffic.
What I thought was going to happen was my sales would increase. And that didn't happen. It just gave more notoriety. It just kind of gave me a name. It was just really something to put on my resume.
And sometimes all the time that's good enough. Yeah. Yeah, like when people talk about it all the time, like, you podcast, you don't really make money, But I feel like I'm very handpicky with my guests. So it's like, it's worth it. Regardless if I make the money or not, I know this person can connect me to this person, connect me to this. So it's not always about like sales and increasing your profit. Sometimes it is good to just get your name out, because that's something really, really good to have on your resume. Yeah. That wasn't the only magazine. It was Vogue Essence.
Yeah, and the thing about Vogue is that we paid for ads. Then that's what people don't understand you can do. When you have like a line like that, we were approached by Condé Nast, and they asked, like, they were like, here's the plans. You know, this is how many pages you would get. This is how many articles you can sign up for. And it is pretty expensive, but I was like, I got the opportunity to be in Vogue. I'm just going to pay for the ads. So we paid for 3 ads, and they weren't really good articles. And they're like at the bottom of, you know, the back of the magazine where they're showing like all these
perfumes and
you know, and that's kind of how it was. So the first 3 were planned. The US Vogue, it was like a complete shock to me. Essence, it was like a Black journalist event some years ago, and they ended up having a party at the block, and we had a table there, like just as a vendor, and they had people from Essence there, so they were just taking pictures of us.
You do pop-ups. Do you like doing pop-ups?
I love doing pop-ups.
Pop-ups, I feel like it gives you an opportunity to connect with your customers. You become like more relatable.
Yeah, they get to see you.
I used to give pop-ups all the time, like when I used to sell like fanny packs and stuff. I used to sell out every time.
Yeah.
But online, I didn't really used to sell. But when I go to a pop-up, my whole table, no matter where, I always would sell out.
The thing is, like, people love shopping in person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of people don't like ordering online. That's just the reality. It might seem like that because everybody's doing Amazon ordering and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But the reality, people hate paying for shipping. Like, that's the number one thing. If I offer free shipping, we get a ton of sales.
Yeah, miss me. Like, how much is shipping?
Yeah. So it's like people are always looking for opportunities to not pay shipping.
Mm-hmm.
And then to just get to know you better in person, to try the products. Something like what I have, you have to smell it. You have to feel it. You have to try it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, it's hard to do that online. So that's why we do like doing pop-ups so much. You just got to be picky with the pop-ups that you do.
The ones you do.
Because every pop-up is not worth doing. You get approached a lot to do random pop-ups everywhere.
I remember one time I used to do like mom. I had a brand called Entrepreneurship. I was doing like mom shirts, and I did a pop-up, and it was just like hookah smoke, and it was just the stuff I didn't sell. It was like now it smelled like hookah.
Yeah.
I just going into it now because I do want to start back with my shirts. I would have to be more. Then I was just like, I'm doing it. I was doing everything that came to me, but now I have to be more selective because this stuff I'm taking home, or even I know the type of crowd that this pop-up is going to bring. Is these really people that's going to buy? So
yeah, you got to learn your customer. Mm-hmm. So once you like learn who you want your customer to be, not to say like what they should look like or anything, but like this is the people that I'm really trying to cater to, who I know will pay this price for this item. Like if I go to certain pop-ups, they're not going to sell because everybody thinks my stuff might be overpriced or it's just not worth the money to them. So that's why I was just like, okay, I'm going to just go certain places where I know I end up making money regardless. And it doesn't have to be like a super fancy place. We do Easter Market every summer. And it's just the Shed 5 flea market. But we make a lot of money every year because people are always there. It's
and
super
people probably
crowded.
Come there for you because they know you're going to be there every summer.
It's like our biggest market every summer.
That's one my friend once told me. He's like, who are you marketing to with your podcast? I'm like, everybody. He's like, you cannot market to everybody.
Nope.
You need a niche. You have to market to certain people. And that's just been my struggle. Like, who am I trying to? Because my topics are so broad. It's like, I am talking to everybody. Okay. He's like, no, because you're talking to people that watch podcasts. A lot of people, one of my friends, she don't like watching podcasts. She don't.
Really?
But she'll listen. That's what she like. You need to get on Apple Podcasts because I don't have time to just sit and watch, but I can put it in my ear and go by which is true. I do the same thing, but I love watching them. Like, my daughter come in my room, she's like, can I sleep with you? I'm like, yeah. She's like, do we have to watch this? I'm like, yes. If you don't want to watch it, you can go in your room.
I think I just started getting into watching podcasts more. I always listen to podcasts. Like The Read, are you familiar with The Read podcast?
Yes.
That was the very first podcast I was on. That was like 2013. And I just listened from the beginning. And then like I started listening to the Friend Zone podcast. Like I like to listen because it's just me when I'm driving or if I'm in the shower. That's like my podcast.
Sometimes I wake up in the morning when I get my day started. I just go to the podcast, just click on anyone and just listen. And I think watching them, sometimes I will listen to one and then I will watch it. It's so strange because it's like, it's just different. But one thing, I don't think I've ever fully listened to a whole one of my episodes. It's so cringy.
I don't like to hear my voice.
Hear myself
I might
talk
watch this
is
once.
so cringy. Like, if I record an episode and I know I coughed or something, I would like, say for instance, I cough right now. And all in my head the whole time, like, okay, I coughed after I said. So I would just skip to that part to cut it. But I do not like watching or listening to myself.
It's something that you probably have to get used to. I'm not one of the people that like to listen to themselves.
I cannot.
I hate it. And I don't think the way you sound in your head, it never comes across that way.
Ever.
When I'm hearing myself back. And I'm like, ugh.
Like, I sound like that. I was listening, actually the last episode I posted yesterday, I listened to a lot of it. And I'm like, this is a good episode. I need to start listening to my episodes, but I just... it's just talking is so cringy. You
got a business where you have to talk.
And then I like talking in front. Like I could talk in front of groups, like a large group of people. That's one of my things. I want to talk like in front of, like I want to be like on a panel and talk. But it's just like hearing it back. It's like I feel like I just sound so squeaky. I don't know. Yeah, but you are also you an esthetician.
Yes, Did I'm that not play licensed anymore.
You're not licensed? Do it expire?
It expires. And so I got my license in 2010.
Oh.
So it was like a long time ago. And after a while, like you start doing other work things. Or other things. And like I stopped practicing being an esthetician after like the first 3 years. And that was just simply because back then it was harder to make money. And I just didn't feel like building up my clientele. Like I didn't take the time I could have. Like as an older adult, thinking back at it, I should have stayed with it because I have all this student loan debt now. You might as well do something with it. But I don't know. I think at the time I was just trying to figure out what I wanted to do. Like, I went to school for interior design before that, and I was just very like into artsy, creative things. But I still didn't like know what I wanted, and I was just like, I love doing makeup. I wanted to be a makeup artist originally, and just doing research. End up going to school to be an esthetician, and I was just like, this ain't really.
But you really have good skin.
Thank you. Really good skin.
You really have good skin. Do you think that being an esthetician played into the brand you have now?
Absolutely. Yeah.
12th and Viv, right?
Yeah, 12th and Viv.
Where'd the name originate from?
So when I was trying to come up with something at the time, I was a little lost in life, and I just didn't know what I wanted to do again. Like, I was back at that point, but I knew I loved candles. Like, I had grown an obsession for candles. I like had an obsession for skincare for years. And I just kind of wanted, like, I was brainstorming names, and I didn't want it to sound like obvious to one thing. Like, I didn't want it to sound like it's a candle company.
So you could put other things under it.
Yeah, I wanted like a broad name where like anything could fall under this umbrella. If I could sell whatever I want to under this name. So I wanted like a street avenue type of name. And my grandmother, her name was Vivian. And the street she lived on had 12.
Really?
Yeah. And I just came up with 12th and Viv, and it just kind of stuck. She wanted it to be 12th and Vivian, but I was just like, that's too long. And it's not a she. Yeah. So I just, and it's just been that since then.
Did you always see yourself, well, I'm sure you always wanted to be an entrepreneur because you make up and then being an esthetician. Did you always see yourself like being a businesswoman from your like young age?
No. Like, I knew I wanted to be, like, in fashion or do something with makeup, but I didn't know that I was going to be working for myself. Oh. I thought I was going to be doing, like, merchandising in stores and, working for Mac or something like that. It wasn't in my head to be an entrepreneur. But the older I got, I just kept saying, I want something that's mine. Like, I keep working at all these places. They don't pay a lot. I just want something I can call my own, that I can make my own money. And that's kind of where I start, thinking about creating a business. And I didn't even think like to create other businesses. I just knew I wanted to make candles and skincare, and I just went with that.
And you make everything yourself?
Yeah, I hand pour everything.
That's what's
up. Make everything. Only thing I don't make is like the matches. But that's it.
And you have beard oil. I seen you had beard oil. Your home decor, what all do you have under that?
So home decor, candles are considered home decor, matches, wick trimmers, like just candle accessories, things like that. A couple years ago, we were selling throw pillows.
Okay.
But we were just, just trying our hand at different type of decor. But those are like the main items right now.
I like the fact that being a mom, you are a mother of 2.
Yes.
Being a mom and having a business like this is something that you could easily pass down to your daughters. Like if you had a son, I mean, sure, a son would take over a business, but I just feel like having a daughter and having a business, so like, because I believe this is like a part of self-care, like you said. So this is something that a little girl watching her mom do growing up, she's going to want, if not want to start her own business, want to take over this business. Is that something like you plan on doing?
Yeah, I actually involve my oldest daughter in a lot of my business. And I have since she's been born. Like, I had my business before she was here. Okay. She's 8. So I've taught her how to make candles. She knows how to make candles. She knows how to make scrub. She knows how to make body oil.
Oh, that's what's up.
She wicks my candle. Like, I'll say, can you wick these candles for me? She'll, put all my wicks in. She doesn't always like to do it. It might not always.
But she know how.
But she knows how. Like, I've trained her in everything, and I've specifically said, like, one day this can be yours, but it's your option. If you don't want to do this, I'm not going to force you. But if this is something you happen to love over the years of just being enthralled in it, then you can take it over. But I think it's just more important for her to just see women in business and power and making money. I take her to a lot of pop-ups.
That's good.
People always say, like, what's your kid doing here? And there's no other kids there. Like, I just took her to the Lit Bar Femology event.
I've seen that, and I'm like, how do y'all get those? How do you know that type of stuff is happening?
They concept. They email me.
I was gonna say, is it like a secret society or something?
No, it's kind of just building relationships over the years. You just meet different people we started working with the lip bar during COVID. A lot of stuff happened in COVID.
A lot of stuff happened during COVID.
Yeah. But Melissa asked us to do a candle pouring class, but it was a virtual one. And they were all like in different states, and like everybody was just on Zoom. So we mailed them all these different, kits for them to make candles in their kitchen.
Oh, that's
nice. And we
just
taught the class on Zoom.
Virtual classes, that's not, I was just going to ask you, do you offer classes like candle and body oils?
We do classes a lot. I had a store at 12 Oaks, so we had an entire room dedicated to candle pouring classes.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so.
I've been seeing a lot of people making that like a date night thing too. Making candles, perfumes, and different stuff. I even seen some people doing like a cake, making like a cake making. I want to do that. I really would love to do something like that. Do you, I know you said Tika Sumter. That's her name, right? I cannot believe y'all look so much alike. When I was looking at your LinkedIn and I seen that article, I clicked on it. I'm like, are they related? I'm like, maybe they're related. Because y'all really, 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 really do favor each other.
Yes.
She said that's stuff like keep her sane during quarantine. Do you feel like when you making your candles and you pouring them and stuff like that, is that like a form of self-care for you, or do you look at it more as like a job?
It's like therapy for me.
Okay.
Like I'll sit in my studio, put my headphones in. I won't complete. And just go to work. Don't nobody talk to me. And it is just so peaceful for me to just sit and pour candles. Like I can do it for hours, honestly. But it is very relaxing to me. It is something like I just do just to relieve stress. Like I've been in very stressful times in my, like over these years. And the only thing that like relaxes me is pouring candles.
What's a day like? Say for instance, it's a big day. Like you have to make a lot of candles in one day. Walk me through that day. Like how would that day go for you?
It depends on how many I gotta make, and it also depends on the size of the jar.
What's the most you ever made in one day?
1,500.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, so we worked with the Aretha Franklin Respect movie a few years back when it came out, and we had to make a lot of candles that were in PR boxes for them, and it was like months long, the entire process, because we had to custom make jars for them and everything, but I got it all done in one day. I had to get off a plane from Miami. I was on vacation for my sister's birthday, and I immediately went
straight to work.
But I did have help. It would like things like that. I need help, and my family is very, very helpful. So like my aunt came over. My mom is my business partner, and we had like 2 employees that were helping, and like my partner at the time was helping. With just different stuff. So it depends on how many I have to make.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you feel like you have a good like support system when it comes to doing your stuff, like pop-ups and different stuff like that?
Yeah. So like once I got pregnant with my oldest daughter, my mom wanted to step in and help me because she saw that I was overwhelmed. I was tired. I was exhausted. And she was like, show me how to make stuff. So back then, this was like 2016. I showed her how to make candles. I showed her how to make body butter. And fast forward to today, we basically split the company into 2. So we have our candle and fragrance line, and then we have our skincare line. My mom runs the entire skincare line. She makes everything in our skincare line now. I don't even make skincare anymore because she has completely taken over.
And you taught her that years ago.
Yep, 9 years ago. So, I have her. She's very supportive. She ships my orders for me when I get really busy. She's stepping in all the time to help me with different stuff. Even like with just teaching me how to do my business taxes and things like that. And then my stepdad makes my carpet freshener for me.
Oh.
So like it's really it's turned into a family business.
That's what I was gonna ask. Is it like a family business?
At this point. Yeah.
And that's good that you have that help, especially since your mom's saying, like, teach me what to do. So not only can she do it, but she can do it just like you. So you can't even tell, like, did she do it? Did she not? Did she do it? Did she not?
It's something she's taken that I created and like
put her tweak on it,
elevated it in ways that I couldn't have even imagined it. Like Beer Balm, like she's put oils in it that I would never have even thought to put in it. Things that are really helpful.
And what all do you have? Like what is all under 12th and Beer?
Okay, so we have candles in about 4 or 5 different sizes. We have body butter, we have body balm, we have body scrubs, we have fragrance, we call it Essence, the sprays. Did I say scrubs already? I don't know. I'm trying to think of what else.
I know you have. I seen the beard balm.
The beard balm, beard oil. We have beard like the kits that have the trimmers and the brush and the comb that come with it. Yes. I'm trying to think of everything we have. That's a lot already. And carpet freshener.
I seen that as well. What's the name of it?
It's Carpet Essence.
Yes, I seen that when I was looking at your website. I seen that too.
And it's amazing. Like, it's the bomb.
Is it like a fresh? I like fresh scents, like laundry.
There's like we're up to like 6 scents now. So it started with like 3. Mm-hmm. And we're up to like 6, 7. We have my favorite one is Cool Breeze, and it's very clean. Like, that would be your favorite one.
Do all your scents, like, is all your candle scents the same as the air it's all different?
It's not all the same. Some of them are the same. Like, there's about maybe 4 or 5 scents that are across the board.
Like a set. Like, I can get this in.
You get it in a body butter, a candle, a spray, all of that. But you can't put every candle oil in skincare. So everything is not made for skin. Okay. So you have to be very careful when you're doing that, because people are putting it on their body and they will tell you, this broke me out.
This broke me out.
This did not agree with me. You hear it all the time. Like, you know, they'll come let you know if it's not something right. How do
you're a mother of two girls, right? How do you balance motherhood with, like you said, you not do it all by yourself, but you do all your own, you know, porn a big portion. And stuff. Yeah. How do you balance?
With the prayer from God, because I'm a single mom of 2 now. So I was in relationships in the past and it made it easier to balance, but now it's just been the 3 of us for the past year. And I don't know, I just I'm not a panicky person, so I'm kind of one of those people that always know things will work out. So I do get really bad anxiety sometimes, and kids will keep pushing your buttons. Mommy, and they throwing stuff in your face the whole time. But I have a really good relationship with my kids. They are, I don't want to call them obsessed with me, but they love their mama.
No, seriously.
Like, they are up my butt all the time. So they mama's girls. They make it easy to be around. You know?
They're 8.
They're 8 and 1.
8 and 1, okay.
Yeah, so it's a big gap, but to be honest, like, my oldest daughter is a huge help.
Right, yeah.
That's like her little baby. You know, at this point, that's like, you know, her child. So that's helpful. But just to balance, I work a full-time job. Still, a lot of people don't know I still work full-time. And then after that, I have to go make candles, or I'm, you know, picking up from daycare and school. But I just involve them in everything. Like, that's really the only way you can balance it, is just to take them with you.
I'm just getting to that point. Like you said, you're a person who just know everything gonna work out. I just got to that point a few months ago, and when I talk to people that I talk to on like a daily basis, sometimes they think I don't be going through stuff because I don't be complaining. It's just like, do you want to hear my problems?
Because I got a whole lot of them.
Because I have a list.
I can't list them out.
I developed this thing in my brain, like, it's going to work out. So, because there was a point in time where I was stressing so bad, my blood pressure skyrocketed. Yeah. I had headaches every day, and I kept going to the emergency. They're like, stress. There's nothing wrong. It's stress. I'm like, I don't want to have a stroke. They're like, well, you need to stop stressing and you need to sleep. So I've just it's going to work out. Yep. And some days stuff just happens.
It's hard to say that sometimes.
It is hard to say it, but then I feel like also recently I was starting to feel like, okay, what if it don't? Like, okay, now what's next?
That's up to you though.
But something happened. It was literally like, I called my friend we both said it like, if you don't think God is real, I have so many instances where stuff will happen. Like, I'm talking about, I would pray and then the next day, boom, it just will fall out the sky. And I'd be like, and it's like every time I start to get a little bit of doubt, it just be like, boom, like, for real.
Why are you?
Yeah, like, what's wrong? So I recently adapted that mindset, and I feel like with parenting, because I'm a single mom and my daughter is she's either on 10 or she sleep. So it's like that's in school too. So I know. So sometimes it's like I need help, but I don't stress about it. I talk to me and her teachers are in good communication.
Same. I'll be in the dojo like, what is happening
every morning? Like, how is her teacher? Her teacher just wrote me to email me today. Zia had a great day in school today. She spilled barbecue sauce on her clothes, but that's not nothing. Like, she had a great. I'm just like, I can't complain. Even when I want to complain about little things, sometimes I'll be like, me complaining is just being selfish because I do know it's going to work out. And I was also in a space where I just always figure, like, I'm going to figure it out. And that stressed me out too. So now instead of saying I'm going to figure it out, I'm saying it's going to work out. Like, it's going to work. I'm not going to stress about it. If it's meant, and this sounds so cliche. People be so mad when I say it. And I just told somebody something, and they was like, I hear that from my therapist. I don't need to hear it from you. It's the truth.
Maybe the therapist telling you for a reason.
If it's meant to happen, it's going to happen. If it's not meant to happen, it's not going to happen.
But people hate to hear that, though. Like, and I hate hearing that sometimes. Like, you know, in your head, things are supposed to go a certain way, and when they're not going that way, you it's easy to panic, and you just have to like take a step back. And I don't know. Sometimes I have to put myself in my shoes. Like, okay, how can we make this work? Or what can we do? Who can we ask? Like, I had to start asking for more help. That's me.
And I used to be like, I'm going to just do it. I'm just do it. And then I'd be going crazy. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just about to ask for help.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and I always get it.
And then I ask my aunt, and I'm like, I need help. I wait till the bitter end until I'm exploding. My mom used to do it before my mom passed away. She would let me do it. Like, I would get in trouble in school or do things. Then I do one little thing. It's like, and I found myself doing the same exact thing because I wait till I'm really like drowning to I ask my aunt, like, I need it. And she be like, okay.
Yeah.
Drop her off. And I'm like.
For me, I had to start like, I'm about to start drowning. Like, you gotta like do it a week in advance. Like,
yeah, like, okay, if this is not done by next week,
I can tell things ain't really about to pan out by next week. How can I get the help I need? Or who can I ask to help me? Speak up. Like, I had to tell myself, use your words. They can't read your mind. They don't know they don't even know that you need help because you're making it look good on the outside.
My friend just told me, like, Shell, like, you make it look so easy and so good. Somebody can really think. I hate when I'm saying, like, you a strong black woman. Like, no, I'm not. I'm not.
Yeah, like, I cry like everybody else.
Yeah, I'm not. I might make it look good, but everybody, I feel like right now, especially, everybody is going through something. So I'm more of a person, like, if, say, for instance, I'm on the phone with my sister and she having her issues, I would be like, okay, tomorrow or in a couple of days, I'm gonna just go get my nieces, or I'm gonna call and offer, like, I'll get the baby food. Sometimes I'm gonna just offer help, but I know everybody don't think like that. Everybody don't feel like that. Some people really wait for you to ask them, and they're gonna say yes, but you have to ask, and I just hate it.
It's true. I think in the past year, like, my family has seen me go through a lot, and they just stepped up on their own. Like, like, my sister would be like, you need me to pick Harper up from school today? Yes, I actually do.
Thank you.
Like, you know, can you go get her some food after too? Like, I don't have to like ask certain things now because people are just like, I know that you need some help right now. What can I do?
And what I have bad is people's like, you need, I'm like, no, I'm okay.
But I was just gonna say that. Then I had to stop saying, no, I don't need help. Even though I know I need help real bad.
But I'm like, no, I'm okay.
But now I had to start saying, like, yes. Like, I had to be very humble and take my feelings out of certain things and just say, business got to go on. Things got to get handled. Take the help.
Yeah, it's so hard.
It's hard.
Like, I'm okay. If they hang up, boo, like,
But if I break down, everything else is going to fall. So, yeah, you do have to be strong. It's very hard to be strong, but I don't know. I'm like one of them people, I can't stop for too long. Like, I'm so busy all the time. I have to keep going to keep myself from like.
And you know, my aunt told me that was a trauma response.
It is.
Because no, not my sister. My sister is like, you work too much.
Yeah.
And she like, you know, when you get off work, the problem is still gonna be there. And I'm like, no, because then I'm gonna be so tired from work, and then I'm gonna wake up and go back to work. She like, that's a trauma response.
Yes.
Even I was on the phone with this guy, and I'm like, I could be doing something. I was off work for 2 days. He like getting some rest. I'm like, no, I could be doing something. He like, just get some. No, I'm like, it's something that I could be doing. Or if I don't have my daughter, instead of me just taking a nap, or I'm like, I could be doing something.
You gotta make yourself do it. Like, over the weekend, I have my kids were with their dad, and I ain't have nothing to do. Like, I could have went and made candles if I wanted to, but I ain't need to. Like, I sat on my couch all day. I cleaned the house in the morning. It did not get back dirty again because everybody was gone. And that was a peaceful feeling in itself. And then I just laid on my couch and binge watched TV. I didn't feel bad about it. I didn't feel like I should be doing something right now. Like, it's a mental thing.
Yeah, my brain is like, you could be doing something.
Yeah, you could
be doing something. It's like,
what do you deserve right now?
Some rest.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's hard.
Mama can't crash.
Yeah, because I feel like how you just said, if I go through a phase where I can't get out the bed for a whole week, that's going to affect my daughter. Because
I can't do it for a week. I can do it for a day.
I can't do it because I got to wake up and take her to school. Like, she solely depends on me. And even kids even tell, one day I was just sad for whatever reason, many reasons, and she just came and gave me a kiss on my forehead. She was like, I love you, mommy, it's gonna be better, we best friends. And I'm like,
that's so sweet.
I'm crying.
That's why girls are the best. Because my daughter came up to me last week and she said, I just want to tell you, you're the best mommy in the world. What would I do without you? And I was like,
and sometimes I tell her, like, she can't sleep with me, but last night she came and got in my bed and she intertwined her arm with mine and then put her leg over me, and it was like she instantly went to sleep.
It's like an intoxicating feeling for both of y'all. Like, you're getting comfort from her, and then she's getting the same thing from you.
I took her to emergency because her heart rate. She has allergies to dogs and grass and tree, everything. Hay fever. So her heart rate was up real high. So I took her to emergency. They rushed her in the back. They put her on the monitors. They could not get her heart rate to go down. So I'm at this point, I'm so tired. I get in the bed. I lay in the bed next to her. The heart rate just started going down. I was like, oh my God. I called Dr. Ner. He was like, a mother's touch. Like, as soon as I got in the bed with her and she laid on me, her heart rate just started going down. And I'm like, are you okay? She was like,
I feel like they can smell you too. Like, that's like comforting to them. Oh, I smell my mama here. Like, I can like calm down because she's my peace.
Yes. I love having a daughter.
I love it. It's like,
I always say, like, I need another baby. She wants a brother. I'm like, no more kids.
But you're gonna see a whole new side come out of her if you do. And like, I've never, like, my oldest daughter, not to say she was selfish, but she was the only child before, so their mindset is all about me.
And that's my thing. Like, even when she played with my nieces, it's like, okay, this is mine, but I don't want.
They change. I thought it was not gonna go well, and then immediately, like, instincts just kicked in for her. Like, this is my little sister. Like, I have two sisters too, so I think it's just something that just comes naturally to them. You girls are natural caregivers, so, you know, they want to help. They want to make mommy's life easier, even though that I tell her all the time, this is not your responsibility.
She's like, I'm about to wash the dishes, use a whole bottle of dish soap that I just bought.
The intent was that she wanted to help you.
I'm like, yeah, it was two cups in the sink. She's like, but I wanted to make sure they was clean. And I'm just like,
You can't say nothing to stuff like that. Okay, you just gotta let it ride.
Let me wash the dishes, okay? Let me wash the dishes. Let me wash the clothes.
I appreciate the thought, though.
Thank you, but let me do it.
Yeah.
But you can go clean your room. I don't want to.
I don't want to do that.
I don't want to clean. You want to do anything else.
I want the mess.
What if you could give 2 tips to like a single mom or just a mom that wants to start her own business, what 2 tips would you give?
Be very patient. I think when people think about entrepreneurship, they think, oh, all these sales are gonna start happening.
That's me.
You're gonna have times where it ain't nothing coming in, like dead, and you have to be patient. And I see a lot of, not even say candle businesses come and go, I see a lot of businesses come and go,
especially during quarantine,
because they came up with a really good idea, but small businesses take money. Everybody ain't giving out loans to small businesses. A lot of times you're funding your own business, and that can be hard. I'm gonna just say it's gonna be hard. Like, I can't even come up with another word for it. It's dipping into your bill money, your rent money, your everything, car note money, and then people are still expecting, like, it might be 1-2 customers that are like, well, I still want my product, but everybody else is not purchasing, and you still have to keep going for them couple people,
even if it's just for 2 people.
Yeah.
Even when I'm on, this is episode 91. Episode 15, I'm like, I'm done with podcasting.
You gotta stick it out.
I'm like, I'm done with it. It's like, I'm not making no money. And then at that point, I wasn't even thinking about money. I'm like, I'm not even getting no views. And I'm like, I had recorded episode 15. I'm like, I'm gonna record this episode. And I'm like, after this, I'm gonna just take a break and just work because I'm working to buy studio time to not get views. I recorded episode 15. I got 91,000 views.
See?
I'm like, I literally called my friend, like, it's a glitch. She was like, no, don't piss me off. I'm like, I literally was like, I'm done. I can't do it. It's like, I was at this point, this is when I first started. I used to get my hair and my makeup done every episode. I was spending so much and not really getting no views. Fast forward to now, I'm on episode 92. This is episode 92, and it's just like, it's just so organic now.
Yeah.
I feel like I have set people that wait for my episode, especially since I've been consistently doing every Monday. It's people that wait on my episodes on Monday, and I don't care if it's 5 people.
And those are the people that honestly matter the most. Like, it's been times where the business is not like, I'm not getting everyday orders, but I have like my primary customers who come every single month. They spend over $100, you know, they're loyal to this product. And I really do this for them for the most part. Like, of course, you want to make money.
Yeah.
That's the primary goal. But this is also something I actually love to do. This is not something I started doing to make money. It's something I did because I just love making candles and stuff like that. So I would say to just be very, very patient if this is something that you love.
I love it. It's like I heal through my podcast. Yeah. Like every episode I'm talking to myself. Yeah, this is literally therapy for me. I just made a post like probably needed therapy, but I started a podcast. It's like this is my thing. That's why every person that I have come on, I have them come on for a reason. That's why the girl asked me earlier. She was like, "How you pick your guests?" I'm like, I don't know. It's just like they just jump out at me.
What you want to show on your show.
I swear I would be just scrolling through Instagram, and then if somebody asked me like, "I want to make a podcast," I'm like, "Oh, okay, whatever." You know, keep scrolling, and then something just. I will come, like, I came past your post. I'm like, oh my God, I need to hear my podcast. But this was probably months ago.
Really?
But then when I seen that you was on Vogue and stuff, I'm like, okay, she's not going to do my podcast. She's on Vogue. And then I'm like, I'm just going to ask. I asked you so late at night. It was so late. I was just on the phone. And you wrote me back. I'm like, what is she doing up? So yeah, it's just, I don't know how, but people just jump out. I swear it just jump out. It just jump out to me. But I love podcasting. I love learning new things. I love talking to people. Learning about people, because
you gotta think, like, you can't look at people like that you want on your show and say they're bigger than me. So I'm not gonna say, like, to me, I'm looking at you like a peer. Like, I'm not ever looking at anybody like I'm too big for this. You know, there's some things I don't think is necessarily like the aesthetic for my business, but like, I'm not bigger than nobody. Yeah, like I'm just me. Like,
I was like that with Jen. I asked Jen. And we had talked. I've been to some of her events and everything. I'm like, I want you to come on my podcast. She's like, girl, when? Tomorrow? Like, all right, I'm pull up. I'm like, okay. And there was a few more people that I asked, and they like, oh yeah, I would love to do it. And this other girl, she just wrote me, and I'm like,
see,
what? She like, I want to come on. I'm like,
you'd be surprised how many people want to tell their story, and or just I don't know, sometimes stuff like this is therapy for other people.
Other people too.
So like, you get to sit down on the couch, talk to somebody about your life, and you don't always get to do that. So I don't want you thinking like, I'm not gonna ask this person because
but I do think like that sometimes.
Shoot. I mean, the worst they could say is no.
That's what everybody's like. Worst I hate no.
But the worst they could say is no. I've had a whole lot of no's, or I've been ignored, but I still asked. If I didn't ask Tika Sumter, I would have never ended up in Vogue. Yeah. So, and it was just me playing in somebody's DM, like, hey, you know, I don't know if she's gonna write back,
but she did.
But she did.
And then she, without you even asking, put you in Vogue. So it was just like, you're right. You are absolutely correct.
And that just made me feel like my product is good enough to be here. Like, I didn't have to ask her to do this. She did it. And for you, like, you got people coming to you asking now, can I come on your podcast? Like, you got to let the work speak for itself. And it's going to be successful.
And that's what I've been trying to do, because a lot of podcasts, not talking down on nobody podcasts, but a lot of podcasts, they like drama podcasts, keep up with the tea. I skim all the way.
It's a market for everything.
Yeah, it's a market for it. And I just feel like that stuff is more entertaining to people. A lot of people is like, that's what they want to see. Even a girl asked me like, why you don't do current events? It's so many people that do current events. You can go on Instagram and see a current event.
Don't cater your business for other people. Like, I've had people ask me, can you make this scent candle? And then nobody else is asking for this scent.
Just you.
And then you'll go make it. Don't nobody else buy it. That person don't even buy it. And now you wasting money catering to somebody. People, Like, just do you.
So that's what I just been staying true to what I want. I want my podcast to be lifestyle, self-help, that type of thing. I don't want to keep up with The current events. And I'm not.
Like, you'll be weird. I mean, you'll be surprised, like, what type of weird things people want to listen to. Not to say that's weird, but I listened to a Bluey podcast before. You know, I am interested in a whole lot of stuff, so people might just be interested in just hearing people's stories, just hearing people talk. Period.
My range of podcasts is like, I would listen to Lil Mel Robbins. I might listen to a church podcast.
See?
I might listen to a sex podcast. What's crazy is Mel Robbins just did an episode on her podcast about sex. And everybody was commenting like, oh my God. And this is so another taboo thing that sounds cliche. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Because she was really talking about sex. But it did not come off as trashy. She knew how to articulate her words. She knew what to talk about. She brought her husband on. They talked about stuff. And I was just want to say, you can literally, when you have a lifestyle podcast, you could talk about anything. It's not what you say. It's how you say it. It's how you deliver it. So.
Words mean things.
And thoughts become things. I always tell people that. Somebody was just saying, I'm like, thoughts become things. Don't think like that.
Yep.
So that is definitely true. How has being a mother influenced your brand as a whole?
It makes it more profitable. Surprisingly, like when you got kids, not to say you selling your kids, but people want like things to be relatable. And not everybody got kids, but a majority of people have kids. So I wanted to show this is how you can use this skincare product for your children. You know, this is how people love to see cute kids anyway. So I would do photo shoots with my youngest daughter, like when she was like 2-3 years old, and every time I post her, I get way more likes than anybody else. So I don't know, you know, and if this was something they didn't like to do, or if they didn't want to be shown, or if they didn't want to be involved, I will be respectful of my daughter and say, okay, I won't put you in this at all. But she's like, oh, I be at school telling people about 12th and Viv, and she was at the Lib Bar pop-up as the cashier. My dad tried to pick her up and take her to J. Alexander. She was like, no, I have a job tonight.
Yeah, I'm working.
I'm serious about this. So, you know, from the beginning, she was involved. She enjoyed being involved, and I continued it, and it helps with sales. I'm not gonna lie.
That's good. Do you think that, do you feel like, if she got to a point, I think you said something like this, if she got to a point when she was older and she wanted to run her own business, you would be supportive of that too?
Heck
like,
yeah.
Nothing to do with candles or bus.
She can sell candy at school. I will go take her to buy the candy, you know? That's why, like, when I do take her to different events and she's hearing women entrepreneurs speak, she's in awe of that. She's like cheesing the whole time. She's soaking it in. She's not she's a very mature child, I'll say that. So she's like hearing things, and she can come to you later and have a whole conversation about it. So
that's good. She's really smart. Which one of your butters do you recommend? My daughter, she's 5. She has really, really dry skin. I keep telling her pediatrician, I feel like she has eczema.
She might. The baby has eczema.
And a lot of things I've been on my rabbit hole in TikTok, they said when a kid is allergic to a lot of things, they often have eczema. Yeah, that's why I'm changing her pediatrician.
To be honest, I'm going to tell you to get the baby balm. We have an unscented balm. It's very thick. I use it on both my kids, and it works amazing. But for my daughter with eczema, honestly, I have to use Aquaphor.
You know, I had Aquaphor, but she hates the way she cries. She like, stay. My daughter is a smell. My daughter is like a smell, like, she does not like smells. Even Vaseline sometimes she don't like. I'm like, it don't smell like something. She like, it does. She hates Aquaphor so bad. The smell of it. I put it on her one time while she was asleep because it's real thick. That's what I need. And she like, what are you doing? And I'm like,
yeah, my oldest, so she refuses, and it's so funny because I'm like, I'm the butter queen, but she refuses to wear body butter with fragrance. She don't like it.
She don't like it.
And I don't like, her eyes, like, she has allergies too. Her eyes will start watering. She'll say she got a headache. She's just sensitive to smell. And some kids are just sensitive to smell. You just might have to wait it out a little bit. But most unscented stuff still got
a little
something
smell
like
to it.
Baby balm is still going to smell like shea butter a little bit. You know, you're going to get hints of like the natural product that's in it. And then Aquaphor kind of smells like petroleum jelly a little bit. So that might not be what she wants. And it's still considered unscented. Yeah, I would say the baby balm, it works really, really good.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
It's so thick, and you can see the shine on the babies up. You greasing the face up, and they just be all shined up. But it works really, really good.
What was your I made it moment? Did you have you had that?
Oh, that was probably that Tika Sumter. I have one more. My I made it moment. We had a seasonal pop up at 12 Oaks in the fall of 2021. So it was like holiday season. And my store, I bust my butt to make the store look so pretty because it looked like it was a
I was following you then. I'm like, oh my gosh, she has 12 Oaks.
Yeah, it was a kids pedicure place before, and it was actually like a black owned place. She had it for a while, and it was actually a really cute little salon she had, but when we got it, it was covered in glitter everywhere. Like we had to like scrub everything. I paid $1,000 to get the floor fixed for 3 months. So that, like, cutting that ribbon, I broke down crying. Like, and I don't cry. Well, I cry now. So you
were there for 3 whole months?
We were there for 3 months. So October to December 31st.
7 days a week?
Yep.
Oh, what? Did you get like good sales? Was it good?
So they told us our first week sales were the highest of any pop-up they had ever had. And it shocked me too, because I'm like, I had never seen that type of money before with anything, period. But especially with my business.
Were you able to stay stocked up?
Yeah.
You was prepared?
So we had one employee in the store, and then me and my mom both took turns kind of managing it. And then we had one employee in our studio helping make stuff. And then we would just, whenever we had time, we would, kind of do what we needed to do. But we stayed stocked up. Holiday season, we kept it pushing. We did get the opportunity to stay in 12 Oaks, but to be honest, they were very greedy. I'm not even gonna tell the price of the rent that they wanted from us after the 3 months were up, because at first they were only getting 10% of our sales. That was the rent that we were paying.
Okay.
Once the 3 months is up, you have to pay the very, very large rent plus 10% of your sales. And they wanted me to pay for electricity and like water or something like that too.
And it's not worth it.
It wasn't worth it because the malls are dead now.
Yeah,
like, to be honest,
really
like
coming in the malls.
Monday through Friday they were dead. Saturday was the busy day, and then Sunday
people come back.
And they closed early. So the malls to me weren't worth it. I could have had a brick and mortar on my own, just stand alone, for way cheaper than what we gave 12 Oaks. Like, they took a lot of money from us, but I loved that store. My store was gorgeous. They ruined it. They have put like 3 stores in there since then, and it's like little t-shirt stores and stuff like that. They done took my crocodile skin wallpaper off and destroyed it. But
that was your I made it moment.
That was my I'm like, I'm in 12 Oaks. Like, I've applied for jobs in Forever 21 in some of these stores, and I'm across from Foot Locker. I'm right in the Nordstrom wing. Like, it was like a very huge
I would probably cry every time I go.
I cried leaving because I'm like, it hurted so bad to give the store back. And I wasn't ready. My mom was done with it. She did not like them all. They were greedy. Like, I was selling my aunt's jewelry in there at one point, and they were like, oh, you selling jewelry too? That'll be another 5%. Like, Jesus. They were just being greedy. So, but it was a great moment. It still was a good time. And we made a lot of money.
What's next for your business? So do you think you'll ever have like a store?
My goal is to have another store. Like, I won't be satisfied until I have my store. And it's not like a seasonal pop-up. It's yours. It would be mine. What I want is the ultimate goal is for me, I want a speakeasy that is a candle boutique in the front. And behind the wall, it would be a bar area and a candle pouring workshop. So it would just be for like date nights, just people to come and do candle pouring like at nighttime and just catch a vibe. That would be really and drink nice. And have a good time.
And different.
Yeah, so definitely a store, but I don't have like a date for that. That's just a goal. Right now we do a whole lot of wholesale work. That's kind of like my money maker right now, and I enjoy it. We do like private labeling. So some companies, they want 12 and Viv on the label. Some companies, they want like custom. Like, we just did work with the Pistons last month, I think. No, it was in March. And that was great. We did like a women's empowerment thing with them. Was it March? It was March when it was Women's Month. So we got to do work with the Pistons. Like, that's kind of where I'm at. We do a lot of work with Soze, which is like a marketing company, and they'll ask me for candles for like celebrities and different movie sets and stuff like that. So that's kind of like
And do you do like say for instance someone was having a baby shower, and it was like the label would be for the baby shower, and it would be
all the time. Yep.
Yeah, that's nice.
I like that. I don't know. People are always saying like, you don't want to just sell your stuff. I'm like, I don't care what you ask me to put on this label.
Like I don't. It's like I don't care.
As long as the invoice gets paid, I really don't care.
What advice would you leave, finishing this episode, what advice would you leave mothers as far as business, family, everything? Like a mother that's going through a hard time right now.
It gets hard, you know, and I'm very understanding to that. Like last year was one of the worst years of my life. So I just had to, it's hard. You can't say put yourself first. It's hard to put yourself first when you have children and things like that. Like you come last, honestly. But you still got to find time for rest. Like you have to find time for fun. You might have to find time for your little boo or something like that. Like still take care of you. You know, everything else will fall in line. But if you're crashing and burning, you will be no good to anybody. And I had to tell myself that all the time, like, stop crying. You gotta handle business. Like you can get your cries out, but there has to be a time where it gets cut off. So yeah, I don't know. It is hard, and it's hard for me to give advice because I'm like every day I'm just trying my best, and I'm just moving through life. So I would just say, you know,
do your best.
No, I would actually say, give yourself some grace. Just be graceful to yourself because you know how hard you work. Don't nobody else know. Don't nobody else know what's in your head or what goes through your mind or the struggles you have or the bills that you can't pay. Be graceful to you and, you know, take care of yourself.
That was me writing in my journal the other day. I'm like, I'm not doing a good job as a mother. And then I was sitting there and my daughter came in the room. My daughter came in the room and she was like, can I sleep with you? I said, why you want to sleep in here? She was like, because I love you. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, like... You might feel like crap, but they look at you like a superhero. And that's the type of stuff that kind of, it's so corny, but it keeps you going.
It do. I'm like, I'm so tired. Unless she like, you tired? You never tired. I'm like, are you crazy? I'm tired right now.
No.
If you could tell your 2015 self anything, what would it be?
Save more money. Say like, you know, you get these big lump sums of money sometimes and then you just go say, oh, I'm gonna get it again.
Treat myself.
But save, put some money to the side too, because a large stressor for anybody is money, especially the times that we living in now. They talking about garnishing student loans and this stuff too. So it's just like, I actually would have told my 21, 22-year-old self who was waitressing, making $300 a day, put this money up, you know, and it'll make life a little less stressful because you ain't struggling so much. Money is a huge, like, stressor. And I would have told myself to save more money.
Well, thank you for coming. I really appreciate you I really, really appreciate you for coming. You are one of the people I'm like, I want to ask, but I don't. And I'm just so happy you came and then we worked it out and you came, especially getting off work today.
That's cool.
I drove all the way to work this morning and wasn't on the schedule. I'm like, what? So then I left and they called me, well, you can come back. Lady.
I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing that.
You already told me I'm off today.
I do appreciate you for coming. Can you tell us your socials and your website where they can buy 12th and Viv?
Yeah. So you can find us at 12thandviv.com. Our social is just 12th and Viv, 12THANDVIV. And my Instagram is Darelynn, so DARELYNN. And that's it.
Thank you.
Thanks, y'all.
I just noticed, I think last episode he told me he listened to the whole thing. I don't know what I thought he